If you have ever cleaned the same mess every single week and wondered why it never actually stays clean, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through the exact framework from the Busy Mom's Decluttering and Home Cleaning Challenge, a 7-day system that doesn't just tidy your home, it fixes the actual reason your home gets messy in the first place. Here's the question almost nobody asks before they start decluttering. Why does the mess always come back? Most people skip straight to bags and bins. They have a furious Saturday morning, fill the car with donations, feel amazing for 2 weeks, and then, slowly, quietly, the house creeps back to where it started. That's not a willpower problem, it's a missing system problem. And in the next 17 minutes, I'm going to give you the entire system, for free. This isn't about working harder. It's about working on the right thing, for just 15 minutes a day, for 7 days. So, let's start with the part most decluttering advice skips completely. Why your home actually got this way. There's a story in the book about a woman named Jessica. She's a technology project director who manages a team of 14 people. She runs some of the most organized professional systems her colleagues have ever seen. And she had tried to fix her own house, seriously, 7 times in 5 years. Every time followed the same pattern: a burst of energy, a few donation bags, 2 or 3 good weeks, then a slow slide back to where she started. She finally hired a professional organizer and said, almost in disbelief, "I do not understand why it will not work at home." And the organizer's answer is the entire foundation of this masterclass. You know how to organize professional systems which respond to logic. Your home's clutter is not primarily a logic problem, it is a behavioral problem. So before we touch a single drawer, let's understand the 4 real reasons clutter builds up. Once you see these, you'll never declutter the same way again. Root cause number 1, the inflow-outflow imbalance. This is just arithmetic. More comes into your home than goes out. School projects, party favors, online deliveries, hand-me-downs, free items from events. None of this is a character flaw. It's just modern life. The fix is 1 rule: 1 in, 1 out. New mug arrives, 1 old mug leaves. New Coke comes in, 1 old Coke goes to donation. This single rule, applied without exception, is the only thing that stops a decluttered home from quietly refilling itself. Root cause number 2, unmade decisions. Professional organizer Barbara Hemphill puts it perfectly. Clutter is simply delayed decisions. Every pile in your home is a stack of decisions someone postponed. The chipped mug nobody decided to throw away. The shirt nobody decided didn't fit anymore. Root cause number 3, emotional attachment. Behavioral economists call this the endowment effect. Once we own something, we value it almost twice as much as before we owned it. That's why getting rid of things feels so disproportionately hard. It's not irrational. It's just predictable. And once you know it's predictable, you can plan around it. Root cause number 4, and this is the big one, absent systems. In most homes, things pile up because there's no designated home for them. Keys land on the counter because there's no key hook. Mail forms a pile because there's no inbox. When there's no home for a category of item, the nearest flat surface becomes its home by default. This is the single most important idea in the entire book. Creating a designated home for every category that currently has none is the real work of decluttering. Everything else is just clearing. Now here's the tool that makes every single decision in this challenge fast instead of agonizing. It's called the 3-box decision system, and it is brutally simple. You set up 3 boxes, every item you touch goes into exactly one of them. Box 1, keep. But here's the strict part. An item only qualifies if you use it, love it, and already have a designated home for it. Not, might use, not intend to find a place for. All 3 conditions, every time. Box 2, donate or sell. Anything in good condition that you don't use or love. And here's a mindset shift worth remembering. Donating is not wasting, it's transferring. Box 3, trash. Broken, expired, or incomplete items that can't function without missing parts. And this is the rule that makes the whole system work. There is no 4th box. No maybe pile. The book puts it bluntly. The maybe box is where every previous decluttering attempt went to die. The one legitimate exception is something called the parking box, for genuinely contested sentimental items only. You seal it, date it, store it out of sight for 30 days. If you haven't gone looking for it in 30 days, it goes to donation, unopened. Your behavior over 30 days tells you the truth your emotions won't. Before we walk through the 7 days, you need to know which clutter personality you're working with, because it changes how fast your decisions will go. Type 1, the sentimental keeper. Every object has a story, and releasing it feels like erasing the story. The truth that sets you free. The memory lives in you, not in the object. Photograph it. Keep one representative piece. The memory stays. The volume goes. Type 2, the just-in-case hoarder. Keeps things for a future that may never come. Here's the test. If you needed this and didn't have it, what would you actually do? For almost everything in this category, the honest answer is buy a replacement for under $20, borrow one, or simply manage without. Type 3, the bargain accumulator. Buys in bulk because the price was good, even when the need wasn't there. The savings evaporate the moment half the purchase expires unused. Type 4, the delayed decider. Can't make a final call because it feels irreversible. This is exactly what the parking box was built for. Type 5, the aspirational collector. Keeps items for the person they intend to become. The home gym for the routine starting. Monday, the watercolor set for the creative phase that hasn't started yet. Type 4, the delayed decider. Can't make a final call because it feels irreversible. This is exactly what the parking box was built for. Type 5, the aspirational collector. Keeps items for the person they intend to become. The home gym for the routine starting Monday, the watercolor set for the creative phase that hasn't started yet. The honest question: have you engaged with this, not thought about it, engaged with it in the last 90 days? If not, the space it's taking up has more value than the aspiration does right now. Most of us are a blend of 2 or 3 of these. Once you can name your pattern, decisions stop being emotional debates and start being 5-second checks against a known list. Now let's move through the actual 7-day system. I'm going to give you the single most important insight from each day. Day 1, the mindset reset. Counterintuitively, day 1 produces no visible change in your home. No bags, no bins, nothing moved. And that's exactly the point. Day 1 builds the framework you just learned. The 4 root causes, the 3-box system, your clutter personality, skip this step, and every other day is just clearing that will eventually revert. Day 2, the kitchen and dining overhaul. There's a story about a graphic designer named Karen who tracked her own mornings for a week. She discovered she was losing 23 minutes every single morning. Not cooking, not eating, just managing kitchen chaos. Nearly 2 hours a week before breakfast was even finished. The fix: clear every single item off the counter, wipe it down to bare worktop, only return what's used every single day. For most kitchens, that's a coffee maker, a toaster, maybe a knife block. Everything else gets a home in a cabinet. Karen's rule afterward: nothing lives on the counter that isn't used every single day. Day 3, bedrooms and closets. This is where you apply the 4 decision questions to every piece of clothing. 1, does this fit me today? 2, have I worn this in 12 months? 3, do I feel good in it? 4, would I buy this again today? A single no is enough reason to release the item. And here's a research-backed truth that might surprise you. Keeping clothes in a smaller size doesn't motivate you. Studies in body image psychology show it does the opposite. It becomes a daily reminder of a gap, which lowers body satisfaction, not raises it. Release them. You deserve clothes that fit the body you have right now. Day 4, living spaces and common areas. This is backed by genuinely fascinating neuroscience. Researchers at Princeton used fMRI imaging and found that a cluttered visual field literally competes for space in your brain's visual cortex. Every object you can see is neurologically competing for your attention at the same time. That means sitting in a messy living room trying to relax is measurably harder. Not because something's wrong with you, but because the room itself is making competing demands on your brain. Day 5, bathrooms and laundry. A mother named Danielle discovered she was spending 7 to 12 minutes every morning just searching through her bathroom. 17 bottles of shampoo, 11 moisturizers, 6 mascaras she barely used. That's over 40 hours a year, an entire working week, lost to bathroom clutter alone. Day 6, kids zones, entryways, and storage. Here's a number that might change how you think about your kid's toy box. A 2018 University of Toledo study found that children given access to just 4 toys played more creatively and with deeper engagement than the same children given 16 toys. Reducing the toy collection isn't deprivation. The research says it's an investment in better play. Day 7, digital and paper reset. This tackles the clutter you can't see. Productivity expert David Allen calls it Open loops. Any unresolved decision sitting quietly in your mind, draining mental energy without you noticing. A pile of unopened mail isn't just paper. It's a pile of unmade decisions, each one quietly costing you focus. Closing those loops, filing it, paying it, recycling it, creates a relief that's completely disproportionate to the physical effort involved. That's not your imagination. That's how your brain works. Now, here's the part most decluttering content never mentions: the actual research proving why a cluttered home isn't just an aesthetic problem. Researchers at UCLA ran a long-term study tracking 32 families, measuring their cortisol, their stress hormone, directly from saliva samples throughout the day. The finding: mothers who described their homes using negative, cluttered language showed elevated cortisol all day, and their cortisol never dropped in the evening the way it should. Mothers who described their homes positively had completely normal stress patterns. The physical state of the home was directly predicting the biological stress response of the person living in it. This is not about Pinterest perfect shelves. This is about your actual nervous system. So how do you make a 7-day reset last, instead of reverting in 3 weeks like every previous attempt? This is where James Clear's compounding research comes in. A 1% daily improvement compounds to a 37-fold improvement over a year. A 1% daily decline compounds to almost nothing. Applied to your home, a kitchen counter wiped for 2 minutes every single evening never reaches the state that needs 30 minutes to fix. A paper inbox processed for 3 minutes daily never becomes the pile that takes an hour to sort, and a full evening of dread to face. That's the entire secret behind the maintenance phase of this challenge: a 15-minute daily reset. Not a deep clean, not a weekend project. Just 15 minutes every day that prevents the small accumulation that eventually becomes the big problem. So if you want to start tonight, here's exactly what to do. Step 1. Get 3 boxes or bags. Label them: keep, donate, trash, no 4th box. Step 2. Pick the room that frustrates you the most every single day. For most mothers, that's the kitchen counter, and clear it completely tonight. Wipe it bare. Only return what you use every single day. Step 3. Set a 15-minute timer tomorrow evening and do it again. That's it. That's the entire habit that makes this permanent. Remember, this was never about trying harder. Jessica from the beginning of this video tried 7 times with pure effort and willpower. What finally worked wasn't more energy. It was the right system, applied consistently for just 15 minutes a day. Everything I've covered in this video, the 4 root causes, the 3-box system, the clutter personality types, all 7 days in full detail, plus 10 bonus tools including a complete 500-item declutter checklist and a 1-year maintenance plan. It's all laid out step by step in the Busy Moms Decluttering and Home Cleaning Challenge. If this video helped you see your home differently, the link is in the description. Your calmer, clearer home is 7 days and 15 minutes a day away. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.